To begin, this is what we call a convertible car seat. This car seat can be forward-facing or rear-facing, depending on the weight and height of your child. And this one is called a high back booster. This one is where you would have your harness, which can also be removed and be used just as a regular booster with a regular seatbelt. And this is what we call a booster. This is for when your child is a little bit older and right before they go into a standard seatbelt. This is our convertible car seat, so we're going to talk about the different hardware and parts on the car seat. For starters, you have the harness, which is what is going to keep your child nice and tight in the car seat. You have your chest clip, you have your buckle, and then you have a button that's hidden in between this flap, which will help you loosen your harness, and then you will pull the cord at the bottom of your car seat to tighten your harness. Any car seat has the same hardware. To start, we have our tether, which is going to be used in a forward-facing position. You then have your clip where you can unhook your harness straps and re-thread them into a different slot depending on the height of your child. Here you can see your forward-facing height and weight limits. You have 22 to 40 pounds and 29 to 43 inches. You also will notice that the top of the ears cannot be above the top of the headrest, as you can see here in this picture. Moving down, you'll see the forward-facing belt path, which will show you where the belt and the lower anchors need to go. The rear-facing weight and height, you'll see 5 to 40 pounds for rear-facing and 19 to 40 inches for the height. You will also see here the rear-facing belt path. How to properly recline your car seat. As you can see here, you will need to make sure that this line is at the level of the ground when you're using it rear-facing. In the slots, you want to make sure that if the baby is rear-facing, that the straps are at or below their shoulders. If the child is forward-facing, you want the straps to be at or above their shoulders. The chest clip needs to be right at the baby's armpit level. You will want to make sure that your baby's harness is nice and snug and you cannot pinch at any part of the harness. First, we're going to show how a car seat is installed incorrectly with the lap and shoulder belt. On this install, there are 4 mistakes. One is the harness. As you can see here, it's twisted. Let's fix this mistake. You're going to unbuckle the harness and then untwist it. Buckle the harness and tighten it up. Second mistake is the recline angle of the car seat. Let's fix this. You can see the line on the side of the car seat. That needs to be level with the ground. Next mistake, the seatbelt is not locked. Let's fix this. To lock the seatbelt, you're going to pull it all the way out. Then you're going to hear the clicks and let it go, and then it will be locked. Last mistake, the car seat is too loose. You do not want it to move more than an inch. To properly fix this mistake, it's best that your child is not in the car seat. You're going to start by pushing down where the baby's bottom would be with pressure and then pulling on the seat belt until the car seat does not move an inch. Rear-facing convertible install. First, clip the lower anchors. Next, tighten lower anchors. Forward-facing convertible install. Start with pulling out your tether and placing it underneath the headrest. Now place your seatbelt through the forward-facing belt path. Now we're going to lock the seatbelt. Pull the seatbelt all the way out. Tightening the car seat, push down and back towards the vehicle and pull seatbelt tighter. Last step is attaching your tether and then pulling it tight. If you are installing a high back booster, the install is the same as the forward-facing convertible. The most common mistake we see when using a booster is using the incorrect belt path. That would be above the armrest. The correct way to use a booster is to thread the seatbelt through the given belt path and then buckle in. Most boosters are equipped with a lap and shoulder belt clip to ensure that the seatbelt is not resting against the child's neck. You will tighten the clip until it is resting right on the child's shoulder. Many individuals are unsure whether to use the seatbelt or the lower anchors, but it's important to know that both have gone through safety tests and are equally as safe. The safest spot for your child will always be the back seat. Safety tip during the winter time is to never leave your child in a bulky coat where the harness would not be able to lay flat against the child's body. It is always okay to use a blanket over the harness. It is important to not have extra accessories that do not come directly with your car seat, such as mirrors, dangling toys, and other loose items that could become projectiles in the event of a crash.